Hello Aries, my name is Jillian West, and if your sun, moon, or rising is in the sign of Aries, then this reading is for you. This is a collective love reading, so just take the messages that resonate, but we'll get right into this and see what's going on in your love energy. Ooh, okay. 8 of Wands. This is something happening quick. Some kind of action coming in, something abrupt. The 8 of Wands is all about speed. So we'll see what that means. Okay, the Hermit. Some of you might be single or just taking time to yourself, or maybe pulling away from a relationship you're already in. It's really about self-discovery. It's about rediscovering what you want out of life, reevaluating things. There might have been some kind of lost opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This just came out for another reading. It's this feeling of something you thought was going to be this great new romance, this brand new beginning. It kind of slipped through your fingers. Yeah, something's keeping you up all night, but hey, we're getting the sun. That's a good sign. The Four of Swords is that anxiety, meditating, thinking about things, contemplation, especially in quiet moments. And the sun is this, there's going to be this shift here. It's very positive. It's coming into a brand new season of life. Yeah, healing from some kind of tower moment is the rug being pulled out from under you. And I don't know why I'm not getting a love reading vibe off of this reading just yet. I feel like you may be single or have other things going on in your life that are worrying you. The tower is like losing a job, losing somebody close to you, something, where that's that rug being pulled out from you, and there's this need to heal from it with the star. It's about, again, with the Hermit and the Star, we're getting a lot of the major arcana here. It is this feeling of reconnecting with your truest self. You may feel lost right now, like you don't know what you're doing with your life, or you don't even know who you are right now. And there's this need to heal. Yeah, there's that Aries card. It's going from that Hermit to that Aries, It's reclaiming that throne. But the Aries is also all about the individual and that self-discovery. And we're really on that journey if you're a cardinal sign. So Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. We're on that journey until January of 2025 astrologically with Aries in the North Node. It's really calling on us to figure out who we are outside of a relationship. And then I say that, and we get the Two of Cups. But, the Two of Cups is two people coming together, and it's this new love opportunity, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. It's like one love had to end for a new love to begin. We're getting the sun. We're getting this healing. There is this duality to it. It's a feeling of you have this work, this personal work, this deep inner healing that needs to happen, or maybe you've been working on before this new relationship can come in. Yeah, a lot of burdens, a lot of weight on your shoulder, a lot of stresses. Now we have the King of Cups. This reading has some duality to it. It's like there's some kind of crush or a new love coming in. It's deeply loving with the King of Cups. This is somebody who already cares about you, or this connection will be very deeply loving. But there's all this personal life stuff happening. It's like there's all this just burdens or responsibilities. In some way, you're kind of that leadership role. I don't know if that's at work or in your family. Like it's a heavy as the crown moment, like where you have a lot of responsibilities. And there's this opportunity for all this joy and this happiness, and it's like your life is getting in the way. It's like a fear of taking that leap of faith and putting yourself back out there. And it could have to do with relationships. It could have to do with a job opportunity, some kind of change, moving. But there's this change that needs to happen. And I was talking in a past reading, I got the new moon and the full moon kind of switched up, but there's this full moon happening this Sunday. And it's kind of, we've been on a journey with Pluto. It's actually been a cycle, a 15-year cycle. And Pluto keeps retrograding back into Capricorn, and it's messing with all the cardinal signs. And there's one final act between September and November. But we're going to be revisiting. There's like these traumas from the past 15 years that still need to be processed in some way. Truly letting go of things. I almost feel like this weekend, it's really important that you do something alone. And it could be going to the beach by yourself. It could be going to a coffee shop by yourself. Doing something to really be like, okay, who am I when I'm not around other people? Okay, I'm going to see this star card. Yeah, there's this duality. At a crossroads in your life, there's these two different paths. There's this desire for love and connection and relationship, and there's this potential. It's like there's somebody here already in your energy where there's a lot of like love and care. But I feel this transformation happening in your life. The Tower can be really positive. It's a necessary letting go of what no longer serves you. It's transformation. It's metamorphosis. I can never say that word. It's the caterpillar to the butterfly that needs to happen. I'm so curious, though. These cups. It's like there is a love connection here, but it's like right person, wrong time. Perhaps there's some distance between the two of you. For some reason, it's like life is getting in the way. Responsibilities are getting in the way. You might both be single parents. You guys both might work a lot. There's something here where it's like, I just need to get my life together first, and then I could come towards this relationship. And I really don't think that's like, a lot of times I'll be like, oh, and it could be you or the other person. Not this time. This time we have a clear Aries story. And then there's this other person here who could be even a soulmate connection. There's this deep love. But it's like you guys can't make it work out right now because of life. Just the storms, the ebbs and flows. All right, I'm going to get into it with the pink deck. Also, I always forget to ask, but if you could hit like and subscribe, it does help me grow my channel. Oh, yeah, the Two of Wands just tried to... This idea of taking a trip, going somewhere, clearing your mind. Yeah, again, so the Swords usually, in most readings, I'll point it out as communication, like somebody coming forward with something to say. But in this case, with everything around it, it really feels like there's something going on in your mind. Something like your head feels like you have 1,000 thoughts at once and you can't organize any of them because it's... Somebody here has like a lot of stress happening. Yeah, the cards are just saying to relax. And it's weird. It's like there's this calm in all this. It's almost like there's this peaceful person, this connection. It could almost be like a friend that you've been relying on a lot lately or something. But there's this person who has this potential to bring a lot of peace and love and balance into your life. Yeah, I think you're ready for that. We're getting the Queen of Cups on top of the King of Cups, right next to the Two of Cups. This is really about two people where there's a lot of care here, but it feels like life is for some reason getting in the way. So it's a Three of Pentacles, which is interesting. Usually when it's in reverse, you'll hear me say like this is a third party situation. There's multiple people involved. But again, it's like with everything around this, like I feel like there's definitely somebody else here. There's another energy who is in some way interfering, but I don't see it like a cheating or betrayal. It could be, but it's more like there's somebody you guys are afraid of finding out about this connection. Somebody who would have something to say about it. Could be work related too. The Pentacles have to do with work. Okay. The cards are telling you to be really hopeful about your future. The Seven of Cups it's delusional. And a lot of people see that as like a problem, like it's wishful thinking, or it's being looking at the world through rose-colored glasses. I see that as a positive. Look at the candle agrees with me. I like when the candle goes wild like that. But this feels like this. Just a second. I have to go check on something. Somebody honked. Sorry, mama four. So I always have people coming and going, and I just had to make sure it wasn't one of my kids like being dropped off or something. Okay, but I'm back. So I like the idea of being a little delulu. I think that you dream big, shoot for the stars, I see it as manifesting so much bigger than you currently are. I think that it's an invitation to reevaluate your life and be like, is this really what I want to be doing? Is this where I want to be living? Is this the job I want to be doing? Is this who I want to be even? This feels like on a very deep level that there's this need for self-exploration. Just a second. See, I keep getting interruptions. Sorry, I have 4 kids and everyone's home for the summer, and it's that making sure I have a teenager, but then I also have a 5-year-old. So I'm all, you know what I mean? I've got one here, one there, one doing this, one doing that. All right, I'll refocus. Okay, so we're getting the Two of Cups again. It's this idea, my kids. This is why I haven't been posting that much lately, but I promise I'm in this and I am connected. So the Two of Cups shows up again for future energy. This feels like something that's going to take a long time to happen. There could have been some kind of love connection in your recent past where it was, again, right person, wrong time. And you guys decided to not pursue it because, one of you may have been going through a divorce, or one of you may have needed to move. In some way life got in the way. And then there's this reconnection. It's that when the timing wasn't right, but when the timing does finally, it'll all fall into place. I'm going to go around one more time. Yeah, again, there's this idea of being in your head, this idea of overthinking, stress, anxiety, worrying about the future. Yeah, so the season right now doesn't feel, when we get the sun upright, but then we had the sun in reverse. And it's that trusting that things are going to get better. Yeah, be careful who you talk to right now. This came up in another reading for you guys. This idea that there's somebody who can't really be trusted as a confidant, or even just somebody who brings you down. Somebody who, you may have had a really long friendship with them, or it's family. And every time you talk to them, it's like your energy kind of feels zapped. And it's that time to reevaluate the company that you keep. If you're hanging out with a bunch of people who are miserable and single and are like, oh, there's no good men out there, or women are all this, they just want to use you. Like, that becomes it creates this toxic mentality, and you kind of start to believe those things. It's really about keeping company with people who have the life you would want. Somebody here might have mother wounds. This could be the person you're connected with, or it could be you. There's this, when we get the Empress in reverse, the Empress is like the mother. It's fertility. It's that divine feminine. When it's in reverse, I don't think this person necessarily is toxic, but for some reason there's a mother wound here that makes it hard. See, the candle agrees. That makes it hard for them to be in a relationship or to receive love. Yeah, because right now it's like that Seven of Cups in reverse. Right now you're so hopeless about love. It's this feeling of, it'll never happen for me. It happens for everybody else. And the cards are just telling you to just be so optimistic. Believe it's going to happen. Speak words as if it's going to. Feng Shui, this is I'm going to go on a little tangent here, but there's this thing where they say to always have if you're single and you want to find a partner, to make sure that you have two bedside tables, not just one for you, because you're already telling the universe that you're ready for that. Because you show, like, hey, I have another bedside table for when that other person comes in. It's kind of like that. It's like, prepare your life for somebody to come into it already, assuming the best. Yeah, because then we're getting the Four of Wands. This is celebration. This is joy. This is going out together. You know, sometimes it's like a gathering. Some people see this as the marriage card or the twin flame card, but it is that fiery connection. It is kind of like a fool's rush in type thing. Like the Ten of Cups is that, you know, the end of the journey and two people, you know, live happily ever after. The Four of Wands is like eloping to Las Vegas energy. It's fun, it's joyful, it's celebratory, it's, yeah, but sometimes it's this like twin flame connection. All right, I'm going to get oracles out on this and then I'll get that final message. You know, that makes sense with the Eight of Wands in the beginning. It's that trust that when it happens, it's going to happen fast. It's like there's this slow journey to get there, but when that connection happens. All right, let's get some oracles on this. Show me the cards for Aries. What does Aries need to know? Okay, so the date night card. You know this, but I don't necessarily see this as like a date that's about to happen. I see like you may have gone on a date with somebody or had some kind of short connection with somebody where, again, it was like right person, wrong time. You guys went your separate ways and there'll be this reconnection. Yeah, and I say that when we get Mercury retrograde. That's all about things circling back. That's things revisiting things. And that is such a message here. And I don't mean this, I know everyone in the comments is like, oh, it's the past person, it's the past. I promise I'm not talking about like an ex-wife. I'm not talking about an ex-husband. I'm not talking about that ex from 4 years ago that you were with for like 7 years. I'm talking about somebody you just had like a flirty moment with, but it was like for whatever reason, it never went anywhere. It's like that's going to be revisited. However, there's also this idea that there is trauma from the past 15 years with this Pluto transit that even this as recently as this weekend, you're going to really want to process and let go of that, you know, just, you know, it's that really closing the chapter on that. Sometimes when we experience heartache or trauma, it's easy to ruminate on it and try and overthink it and be like, you know, why would this have happened? Why did they do this? Why, you know, try to make sense of it. I don't know why it happened. It did though. And you're not going to be able to change anything, but it happened, you know? And so it's kind of like that, hitting that acceptance. Moving, again, this idea of moving, traveling, you know, taking a little trip for yourself, but also there's this idea of possibly a relationship you would need to move or travel to be with them. Okay, let's get that final message here. Ace of Swords, clarity. In this case, you know, and again, it's a new opportunity in some readings. It's a conversation coming in other readings. But in this reading with everything around it, it's clarity. There's something that's been on your mind a lot lately. And I don't know if it's going to take journaling or, again, taking time for yourself. I keep getting this vision of like going to the lake by yourself, going to the beach by yourself, going to a coffee shop by yourself. And it's just, you're going to have this acceptance, this clarity, this peace come over you, whatever it's been that's been weighing on your mind. It's like there's going to be this final like weight being lifted off of you, which makes a lot of sense with the Ten of Wands too. That's that heavy burden. It's like all the problems that feel huge right now are going to feel so manageable, and there's going to be this peace and this calm coming in. All right, Aries, the candle is going wild today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all soon.